Hi, I'm Joey Service Electrical. Pete?
What's up, Joe? Yeah.
It's such a pleasure to meet you, man. Very nice to meet you. We're looking forward to talking to you. The office said some really nice things about you.
I appreciate that. That's awesome.
Awesome. Before we move forward, I just want to make sure that my van's going to be parked okay and that it's not going to be blocking you or the family.
No, you're perfect. I'm the only one here, only one coming, so you're perfect.
Do you mind if I come in?
Not at all. Come on in.
Awesome. I just want to make sure that I've over-respecting the home and putting on the floor protectors.
Totally appreciate that.
Not as flexible as I used to be, huh? I guess not.
Yes.
So, Pete, what are we looking to accomplish today?
So I'm looking into getting an EV for myself.
Okay.
And I need to be able to see if my house is actually compatible with getting the charger put in.
Okay, sounds good. So just to confirm so we're on the same page, you said looking into, so are we just looking into it today and not actually doing anything anytime soon?
Well, sooner than later for sure. I'm definitely getting the vehicle, and I'd rather not have to use public services to charge the car, so definitely sooner than later.
Okay, fair enough. So just so we're on the same page, if I were to come through and find a solution that gives you the right kind of quality, the right kind of reliability, and a price you feel is fair, what will be the next step?
Moving forward for sure.
Okay, perfect. So just so you're aware of how we work, what we need to do is I need and absolutely have to look at the main electrical control system first.
Makes sense.
The reason being is that, let's say, sake of argument, we were to touch anything electrically, I need to make sure I know where the main controls are and that they're functional.
Makes perfect
So would you be
sense.
so kind as to take me down there?
Absolutely. It's not far. Just come on this way.
After you, let's go. So Pete, do you mind if I ask you a question before we get to the panel?
Yeah, of course.
So if you don't mind me asking, why are we even getting an EV charger?
Well, I mean, it's like 50-50. It goes hand in hand with getting an EV car. I mean, I need to be able to charge it at my house. Well, I mean, my main commuting vehicle, so.
Okay, well, the reason why is because I know that there's other like public means that you can use, like go to charging stations and whatnot. So like, what would happen if we just didn't get the charger for our house?
Well, I honestly wouldn't be considering getting an EV car. I have a very, very busy schedule. I just want to be able to go to work, come home, plug the car in, and not have to worry about.
Okay, I'll definitely be taking that in consideration. I appreciate you letting me know. So let's take a look at the panels.
All right, Chuck. Here you go.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Ready for a moment of truth?
Sure am.
Let's see what we're dealing with.
So how long have you been in the business?
So I've been an electrician for 16 years.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, no, I really love what I do, so it's really a labor of love after a while.
That's awesome. You get a lot of calls for like what I'm looking to get done?
So believe it or not, we're actually EV specialists. So you made the right call.
Sweet. I thought so.
All right. All right, now let's see what we're dealing with.
So what exactly are you checking for here?
So realistically, what I'm trying to figure out is, one, are the main systems currently functional? Are these shutoffs going to work? And do you have the power capacity to do what you're trying to do?
Perfect.
Yeah, so I'd rather make sure that we catch it in advance rather than write you a quote and then be like, oh, it doesn't work, right? Okay, so give me one moment, let's figure this out. So Pete, if you don't mind me asking, have you ever had to work with another professional electrician before?
No, it's a relatively newer build. I've been here for 3 years. I'm the original owner of the house.
Okay.
There hasn't been anything that I've needed, honestly.
Well, that's a good step in the right direction. But like, what about like a friend or a family member or like a handyman? Like, does anyone do any work in the house?
Not at all. I haven't needed it.
Awesome. Well, the reason why I'm asking is you seem like a really great guy, and I'd hate to lose the opportunity to work with you. But I just wanted to make sure I wasn't stepping on someone's toes or breaking up a relationship if you had someone.
Not at all.
Okay. Okay, awesome. So let's take a look. We can go upstairs.
Sweet.
So Pete, do you want guys to finish up?
Not us. So there are a lot of electricians out there. Why us? Why did you decide to use us?
Well, I want to do a lot of research before kind of, jumping into this. Same with the car, same with the charger. So I did a lot of Googling. Your website popped up. Looked super professional.
Nice.
So, yeah, give you a call.
Was there anything about it that stood out that like made you be like, this is the guy, or like?
No, I mean, I looked at a few different websites and called around for a little while, and just the way that your call center dealt with the phone call, it was super professional, and so far everything has added up to exactly what I expected it was going to be.
Thank you so much for the kind words. I really appreciate it. I mean, literally what we're trying to do is always serve at the highest level. So the fact that you can appreciate that means the world to me.
Absolutely.
Now, one last thing. You mentioned the office did a great job. Would it be okay if I actually thanked the office on your behalf and said, hey, he said nice things about the level of service they provided?
Listen,
I'm sure that would make their day.
1,000%. Not an easy job that they're doing, so 100%.
Okay, awesome. Now that we've gotten a chance to get to know each other, I'd like to explain how we work in different ways we can support you.
Perfect.
So here at Service of Electrical, what we do is we design a range of choices rather than just give you one or two.
Okay.
I'm going to design choices from the finest that money can buy to the most bare bones economy you can do. And then you'd be completely free to choose whichever one you like.
Oh, it's awesome.
Now, but just so we're on the same page, because I never want to seem like I'm pushing something, no matter what I was going to show you today, where there wasn't a plan to bring this to a conclusion while here today, right?
Oh, no, not today, no.
Oh, perfect. All right, that actually works out perfect with what we do, because normally what I would do is go back to the office, sharpen my pencil, really come up with the best options I can, and then come back at a time when it's most convenient for you.
That sounds best case scenario to me.
So when would be the best time we can get together?
I would say Tuesdays are typically my most available day.
Okay, let's take a look on Tuesday. So, sake of argument, you had Tuesday. Are there certain times of the day?
Early afternoon would be great.
Okay. I mean, I could move some personal things out of the way, but I'd be more than happy to make that happen.
This.
Obviously, if it works best for you, it's going to work best for me.
Perfect. So, say about 2 o'clock.
Consider it done.
I'm in.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hello?
Hey, Pete. This is Joe at Service Electrical. How you doing today, buddy?
Hey, Joe. I'm doing well, man. How are you?
I'm good. I'm really looking forward to talking to you and seeing you later. I was just calling to check in to make sure that 2 o'clock is still good for you today.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. 2 o'clock is perfect.
Perfect. All right. Believe it or not, I'm actually going to be stopping to get myself some coffee. How do you like your coffee?
Just cream and sugar is perfect. I
Awesome.
appreciate that.
Do you have a preference of where you get it from?
Not at all.
All right. Wonderful. I'll make sure it's got caffeine and light and sweet.
You got it. Appreciate it.
My pleasure. But talk to you soon. Pete, I've really been looking forward to talking to you, man.
Same.
It's a great opportunity to come back, and I just wanted to check in before we do anything. Has anything changed? I know it's been a couple of weeks since last we've been together. Has anything changed with your needs or any kind of concerns since that?
Everything's pretty much the same. I went ahead and moved forward with the purchase of the car.
Congratulations on that.
Thanks, man. A long time coming, I guess.
What color did you get?
I got black.
That's the way to do it. I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
Now, I know before we get into this, I just wanted to kind of open the floor and say, do you have any last minute questions or any kind of ideas that you thought of before we came back?
No, I mean, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing all these options that you're coming up with. I'm sure questions will pop up, but as of right now, no, everything is there.
Awesome. So let me tell you what we're running into. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a quick little recap. And then from there, I'm going to show you your different choices and free to choose whichever one you think is best.
Perfect. Yeah.
All right. So originally you called us because you requested the installation of a charger for your EV car, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, the main thing was that you were planning on storing the car in the garage in the future, but for now, it's likely to be left in the driveway. Just because, you've been moving in and there's still boxes in there and that's not quite ready to be done. Now, from what I understand, this is also your primary commuting car, right?
Absolutely. I'm the only car.
Look, the only car, great. So we're not taking the Segway.
Mm-hmm.
All right, even better. All right, awesome.
Not anymore.
Now, from what I understand, the home is 3 years old and you are the original owner.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Now, here are some concerns that I think is going to make the project a little harder than we originally expected. The garage is that way, complete opposite side of the house as your main electrical system over here. So, at the very least, that does pose a concern. Now, the good news is that I took a look at the wire. Remember we looked down at the main electrical system?
Mm-hmm.
The home's infrastructure does actually look in good shape.
Perfect.
So it's not one of those things where we're opening up and being, oh, there's mold behind the walls. It's no, we could actually work with you and figure out a way to get this done.
Okay.
So what I did was I actually drew up 6 different solutions. This is literally like the finest that money can buy to the most bare bones.
Okay.
Now, for sake of argument, I don't expect you to take the top option. The reason why is it's literally the best, most turnkey way we can do this. But as a result, probably more of an investment than what you were expecting. I do have more economical options along the line, just to see what you think is best.
Okay.
All I ask is you do what you think is best for you within.
Totally fair. Yeah.
Okay. So at our platinum level, this is what we'd be doing. This is a complete turnkey premium installation of an upgradable charging system. Now it's going to be for your garage primarily. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to be routing power from your main control system through the finished spaces all the way to the other side in order to actually get to that garage. But what we'll be doing is, because we're running such a far distance, we're going to install a second main electrical control system in the garage. The reason why I'm doing that for you is if you ever wanted to add something, like whether you want to take up welding or you want to add some new circuits or whatever have you, it's already there already. Like, could you imagine if we ran all these wires and then a year down the road, you're like, I want to add something in my garage, and we had to do the whole thing all over again?
Right, okay.
So I wanted to make sure that was taken care of. Now, the second thing was, I know you mentioned you're planning on storing it in the garage, but you're planning on charging it on the outside for now. So what I wanted to do was I'm actually installing 2 separate chargers. I know that may seem more than what you're originally expecting, but there's a reason for that.
Okay.
So as someone who's purchased new homes before, I know what it's like when it comes to moving in. It can be a while when boxes get moved. I mean, and there's no judgments for that. So what we would do is we would have your permanent installation inside the garage, exactly where you're planning on putting it. But what I would also do is have a secondary low-grade charger on the outside of the house. The benefit of that is you'll be able to use the car as you want right now. When you clean the garage, you can move the car in, and then we can convert the wiring into something else in the future.
Okay.
Benefit of something like that is we don't know what you could want in the future, but when it comes to wiring, I'd rather look at it than look forward. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, at the same time, we're plugging in a pretty major electrical system, right? The thing that we have to consider is that it's an $80,000 computer, right? Would you ever plug in a computer without a surge strip?
No, of course not.
Like, it wouldn't make sense to do that, right? And it's not like you can see little power strips that you can plug your massive car into.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is actually install multi-level electronic safety systems. Now, what that means is that one at the main system that protects everything coming into the house, one is going to protect the car directly, and one is also an auxiliary system that is going to protect from any unnormal things that come in, such as lightning strikes or backfeeds to the water.
Sure. Okay.
Granted, this is a little overkill, but the benefit behind it is it's an absolute force field around the house. There is nothing that can happen outside that would cause anything damaged inside.
I never even thought about that.
Yeah. Now, you mentioned this is your primary commuting car, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So the thing that we're talking about here is what would happen if for some reason you needed to go somewhere and you had no power?
I wouldn't be able to go.
Man, it'd be kind of like sitting there and just using battery packs and pretty not really working.
Convenience, yeah.
So what we decided to include was actually the installation of a backup generator system. Now, the reason why we'd be installing that for you is it's going to be a one-touch system that really all you have to do is just press one button, and the generator is going to be outside for you. That way, in the case of an emergency, you could power your car and be able to go where you need to go. But you also mentioned earlier about you not liking the heat. So this is also going to be compatible to take care of the air conditioning, the fridge, the heat, the water. So not only are we doing this, but we're making your life overall more convenient.
Okay.
Right? Now, if you're going to take those 2 levels, you become a VIP with us. And now let me explain what that means. One, I am 100% maintaining that generator system. You have to do absolutely nothing. Secondly, you become a VIP first-class member within our company. There's a lot of benefits to that. One, if you call us for anything, you go right to the front of the line. It's like going to Disneyland and having the fast pass. Right. You go right to the front of the line. Doesn't matter how many calls come in.
Okay.
The second thing is you get priority service, meaning that not only do you go to the front of the line, but you have extra after-hours availability too. So
That was difficult.
I know it is going to be hard. So normally we're 9 to 5, but for you, we're going to be 7 to 7. You're going to have your own call-in number and everything's going to be set aside for that.
That's impressive.
Yep. Next thing we're going to be doing is we actually do a total home electrical safety inspection. So not only do we inspect our work 1 year later, but we're going to go through the entire home and check maybe anything that could go wrong to ensure that things don't go wrong. Your fire prevention systems, your water shock protection points, retightening all the controls in the main system. Our goal is to make sure you have a complete clean bill of health. And on the odd chance, which I don't expect that we do find something, at least you can know about it in advance before there's a problem.
Yeah, wow. Okay.
So I'm trying to give you that additional level of peace of mind and control.
That's incredible.
Now, last thing is you're going ultra premium on this level, which means that you have to do nothing. We do all the permitting, we do all the utility coordinating, we do all the town coordinations, we're contacting the insurance, everything gets done Literally, all you do is write the check. Every other aspect of this job is done by
And that'll be a huge help.
Awesome. So, before we get started, do you have any idea what we're looking about? I'm sorry, I've looked in my room.
I would have to assume it's going to cost a pretty penny, yeah.
It is going to be an investment, but take a look. That itself is only $91.92.
Okay.
How would you like to proceed?
Default. Now say correct me if I'm wrong here, but this gold, is this everything that this gives me minus having the full generator system?
Correct.
Okay. And do I still get this VIP treatment if I just go gold, or do I have to go platinum to get that?
No, you actually get, these are the two premium level options. You do get VIP access in the gold.
Okay.
So how would you like to proceed?
I think for now, I think the best route for me would be the gold. Take care of my main concern. Getting a generator for the house was in the back of my mind, but I think as of right now, I think the gold is going to fit my needs the most.
And that makes a lot of sense. I think it's a great choice. But if you don't mind me asking, why did you like that one so much? I mean, we had cheaper stuff at the bottom, like why that one?
Well, initially I really just wanted to see if my house was going to be compatible with even getting one of these chargers, but you've definitely gone above and beyond to show me that it comes with a lot more responsibility than just plugging a charger into the house to see if it's going to charge my car. And I feel like everything else that's on that list of what you've explained it makes a lot of sense, and it makes more sense to do it now than it would be to do it later.
I completely agree with you. So which one are we doing?
We're going to go with the gold. And again, that keeps you with the VIP package?
Correct.
That's perfect.
I really appreciate the opportunity to work with
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
This has been fantastic.
It's really been a pleasure on my end as well.
Awesome. Thank you.
So Pete, it's been a couple days since last we did the installation. How did everything come out on your end?
Everything is perfect.
Perfect. That is a high bar to reach.
Everything is perfect. It's working exactly how I expected it to work, and no issues so far.
I couldn't ask for better. That's the highest praise I could have asked for. Now, if you don't mind me asking, I mean, you said you had a perfect experience, but is there anything we could have done to have improved? Because we are always trying to get better and provide a 5-star experience.
I can't think of a single thing, no.
Thank you so much. I'm literally honored by it.
Thank you for getting everything done.
It's really my pleasure. Can I ask you for help with something?
Sure.
Now, I know you said you found us online, and most other customers find us online too. We would love the opportunity to work with more great people like yourself. So if I were to ask you to write us a review, would you be able to help us?
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right. Now, I'd make it easier for you, because normally what that would mean is you having to dig through your email, and no one likes doing that. So what I did was I actually went and gathered every single link, every site that you could post it at. So yeah, well, thank you. So if you don't mind asking, which one of these do you feel is the best to post it?
I think Gmail would be the easiest. Google, or we would probably...
Okay, awesome. So all we got to do is click this. Let's get into that. Awesome. And then from there, we'll be able to pull it up. And then you can enter your information. Easy. Yeah. So our goal is to make things thought of for you, so you shouldn't have to stress about a single part. So just take a look. You can fill it out as you need.
Perfect.
Ideally, if you give us a certain amount of stars, you always make my day.
Absolutely. 5 stars or no stars, right?
Amen to that.
Thank you.